Hi everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. So first off, I wanted to say please excuse my bandaged finger right here. I had a casualty and one of my nails broke. So I'm sure a lot of you could relate, but I didn't want to delay making this video for you guys. So as you can see, I have these these are 3 keychains, and this one I'm not quite sure how to attach it as a keychain, but these are actually lip gloss holders that I found off of Amazon. I will have a link to the specific one that I purchased. It came with all 4 of these designs, and I believe there's 4 pieces of each. So, aren't these super cute? And I apologize for that glare. So this is a pencil. And this is a little ice cream cone or a popsicle. This one is a candy. And this one is a lollipop. So I have seen, I think, a couple of videos on YouTube showing just how to glitter the inside of these, but I wanted to do a glitter flow, just like you would see on one of those acrylic tumblers. So I hope you guys can see that. So the glitter moves up and down in here. This was the very first one I did, and I wasn't really realizing that I put way too much glitter, which is rare, because normally my thinking is the more glitter the better, right? In this case, way too much glitter. So I will go ahead and clear the stuff off, and we'll go ahead and make one of the pencil ones as well as one of the candy ones. Now, this keychain part I did install myself. So if you guys are ready to see how I created these, keep on watching. So before we get started on working on the keychain, we have to make the mixture that goes inside the containers, basically, to make the glitter flow up and down. So how I do that is with vegetable glycerin. I will also have a link for this down in the description box. I did get this off of Amazon. So you need vegetable glycerin and some just plain water. We're going to make a 50-50 mix. We don't need a lot because these containers are pretty small. So I have another measuring cup here, and I think we're probably only going to need, let's just make a total of 60 milliliters just to be safe. You can always put a covering on it and store it and use it at a later time. It's no problem. So I'm just going to take my vegetable glycerin and this does not have to be exact. I mean, you can totally eyeball it. But since I have a measuring cup out, I'll just show you guys. So I just have a squeeze bottle of just plain water. It's a little bit over 30 milliliters, so I'm just going to squeeze in, and you'll see that vegetable glycerin is a little bit on the oily side. So it's a little bit above 60 milliliters total. And I don't know if you guys can see that. You see that separation in there? That's the glycerin. So I'm just going to take a popsicle stick, and we are just going to mix that around until the entire mixture is clear. It doesn't take that long. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but now it is clear. So we know that that mixture is ready. Okay, so here are my 2 lip gloss containers. This is how it comes. And the lids twist off. So anybody that makes lip gloss, they would fill this up. And then this is the applicator. Same with this pencil. You just twist that off. So grab these, put them aside for right now. We need to kind of prep these first. So I'm just going to use some wire cutters. These are my jewelry wire cutters and they work really great for this. So I want to remove as much of this applicator as possible because we do not need it. So I just put my pliers right in there. And even if it cuts at an angle, it's really not a big deal. You really won't be able to see it because of the glitter. So I just snap that off and you can just toss that. Same with the one for the pencil. And sometimes I'm a little OCD, so I try to go in there as far as I can without basically ruining the lid portion. So there we have it, just as simple as that. You just want to take these off. Now we have to install the little eye hooks. So I have a package of gold and silver ones. These are really teeny tiny. And let's go ahead and make some gold keychains here. And we need to drill holes at the top of this. Let me mention, for the pencil one, for some reason this eraser part comes off. I have no idea why. I don't see a need for that, but okay, but we'll take care of that after we drill a hole. I'm just going to eyeball this. So I'm going to use my rotary tool. I got this at Harbor Freight and it has the smallest drill bit on it. For my original ones that I did use my regular drill and I found that the hole is still slightly too large. So I'm hoping this will make it a tighter fit. So I'm going to turn this on and I will go ahead and drill a hole in the center of this as well as the center of this one. And that was really simple. For this one, the hole will go through the applicator, so I don't go all the way through. That way I feel like I have a more secure bond with the eye screw. So we are going to go ahead and put these in so that we can let them dry. I'm going to use some of my Loctite super glue. So I'm just going to squeeze a tiny portion, like right on top. This is a gel, so it won't really seep through. And then I'm going to take some pliers because these are so teeny tiny and just hold the eye portion. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just around the threads. And then I'm going to insert that in the hole we just made. So I just had a complete boo-boo, and as you can see, this totally snapped off. It's probably because I have a heavy hand and I put too much pressure on it. I don't know, but I'm gonna try the best I can to remove this. And I'm leaving this in so that you guys can see that you can still fix things when you make a boo-boo. So really, I don't think that's going to come out, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to just drill another hole right next to that, and at the end, you really won't be able to tell. So here's the second hole. Now, because of that boo-boo, this one is not going through the center. So we'll just reinforce that by adding some more glue up there. So again, let's try this again. And really, it's in there pretty securely, so I think this is totally fine. So crisis averted. Now this one is in. Moving on to this one. Remember I told you that this part is for some reason not attached. I'm just going to take some of my glue and just kind of lightly put that on the top portion. You don't want to squeeze out too much. You don't want it oozing out. And then replace that cap back on, and that should hold it in. The same process for putting the eye pin in. A little bit in the center. Grab another eye pin. Okay, well that one went in drama free. And if you want to clean up the area around where the glue kind of seeped out, you can do that, but it's clear and it's really not that noticeable, and that way it'll be a more secure bond. Okay, so let's also go ahead and attach the hardware so that we don't have to do it later. So I'm going to open up this jump ring. Put that through and close that up, and then just leave that aside so that it can fully dry. Okay, so now for the fun part. I already mixed up a little bit of glitter. This is like a teal mix that I mixed up. And then I also have a pink one that I used for my example that I showed earlier. So as you can see, you do not need a lot of glitter at all. So this kit also came with a tiny little funnel, which helps out a lot. And for this candy one, it actually sits up by itself, which is awesome. So I'm just going to take a little spoon. And I can't tell you exactly how much glitter to put in, but I'm taking probably about half of this tiny spoon. And it's totally up to you, whatever you want to put inside. Needs a little bit more. Okay, let's stop there. We can always add more later, but if you guys can see this, it's very difficult because it is like right above where the wrapper part is. So you can see that there really is not a lot of glitter. Okay, for the pencil, I'm just gonna pour straight from here. Probably filling it up like a quarter of the way, maybe a little bit more. Okay. The pencil one is a little bit more difficult because it doesn't stand up, so I'm just going to lean it up against one of my bottles here. Here's my glycerin and water mixture. Start with the candy. So I'm using a pipette. And I'm going to slowly fill this up. And my mixture does have chunky and it also has fine glitters in there. So I want to make sure that the glitter is mixed in with the liquid. So I'm just taking a small popsicle stick and basically scraping out the glitter that had settled down there. Just kind of mixing it up. And then we can continue to add our glycerin and water mixture. And see how we didn't use a lot of glitter? Let me tilt it. But you will definitely get the effect. So I don't fill it up all the way. I fill it up the majority of the way. And then I'm going to put my finger over the opening and I'm going to give it a good shake. And this will basically let me see how the glitter is dispersing in that liquid. You don't want to leave a whole lot of space at the top, because then when it's not being flipped upside down, you'll have a clear line of where it ends. It's just like when you're doing those glitter flow cups. And I hope I'm making sense. And when you do this, the glitter will try to seep out the top. So I'm going to mix that in a little bit more again. And I'm going to, and I keep doing this just so that I don't have a big bubble. But this is completely up to you how much you want to fill it. But that looks pretty good. If you guys can see that. I'm happy with the amount of glitter. So I'll put that aside. And let's work on the pencil. Same exact thing. I'm just going to add a little bit of the glycerin and water, and then I'm going to again mix up, because there's like a sharp point at the very bottom and the fine glitters tend to get trapped. And you want this glitter to be flowing very nicely to get the whole glitter flow effect. And this container is a lot smaller, so it takes a lot less glitter and the glycerin and water. So I have it almost filled to the top. Again, put my finger over the opening, giving it a good shake. That's so pretty. Do you guys see? Okay, and now I'm going to fill it up almost to the very tippy top, just like that. So while I'm working on the closure, I'm just going to set it inside a cup like this, and this way it won't leak out. Another option for this is that inside the kit, at least the one that I got, these little plugs come with it and they are very secure. Now, if you wanted to plug them up and then just make this like a screw on top so that you can maybe change out the glitter in the future, you can definitely do that. I want to make mine permanent, so I'm not going to be using these. So I like to use E6000, and I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper, just going to squeeze a little bit out. Take a little skewer or toothpick, and I'm going to take my bottom portion of the container and just kind of slather it on. You want to make sure that there's no glycerin on the outside of this because glycerin is kind of oily and you don't want it to repel any glue that you're using. I'm not taking it all the way to the bottom because once I put the lid on, I don't want it to ooze out anywhere. So I am putting a generous amount. And then I'm going to fit the lid back on, screw it on. If I do have any glue oozing out of where the cap is, I'll wipe it off, but I did a pretty good job on this one. And I'm going to let this set. If you get a lot of glycerin on the plastic part, I would take like an alcohol wipe to get that residue off. So here I go with some more E6000 right on the plastic threaded part of the container. Taking my lid and screwing that on. And again, if anything oozes out, I'll clean that up, but it's pretty good. And I know you're gonna wanna shake it right away, but I would give it a little bit of time so that glue sets up and you're not getting any moisture on it while it's drying. So those are my 2 glitter flow keychains. They are so super cute. They're great for gifts. You can also add more dangles on them if you would like, which I probably will do to the ones that I've completed, but all of these have been sealed exactly the same way using the E6000, and these have been done for probably over almost a week, and I don't have any leaking. It doesn't seem to be falling apart, so I really like the E6000. And this way I don't have to use resin unnecessarily. But if you guys have a suggestion on how to make this into a keychain, let me know. Like, I don't know if I should put like an eye screw down here, but then the lollipop will be upside down, but would that still be cute? I mean, I don't know, because I don't want these to go to waste. They're so cute. You can also personalize these with any vinyl, like I did for this one. I'd cut this out with just some white 651 vinyl and just adhered it. It's permanent, so I don't need to like put resin or anything over it. But I think it's super cute and a way to personalize these keychains. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys give these a try. They're so fun, and I want to make a ton of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscription bell and hit that bell notification so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and until next time, bye everyone.